Hi, Marco from Iris CRM here to show you the latest upgrade to our recently released Web Form Builder e-signature capabilities for web forms. With eSign for web forms, you can transform your simple data collection forms into complete end-to-end merchant applications that are ready for direct submission to your processors in order to board merchants faster than ever before. If you're not familiar with our Web Form Builder, it's our zero code necessary, built-in drag and drop tool right within your Iris CRM site that allows any of your users, regardless of coding experience, to build a fully functional web form. As you can see, I have my lead fields here on the right, and all I have to do is click and drag and drop the fields into the form with the components on the left creating the structure of the form. And it's as simple as that. If you want to learn more about the ins and outs of all of the features that our Web Form Builder has to offer, I've linked the video for the full walkthrough in the description of this video to show you more. Let's jump into how to add e-signature capabilities for your web forms. If I go to my main Manage Web Forms page, you'll see I have my whole list of web forms, but I'm going to go ahead and click Create New Web Form in the top right to show you how to add one to a brand new form. I would name my form like I would normally, select the type, edit the URL if I wanted to, and then you'll see new drop-downs for e-signature application. Here I can select which application I want to include, and I can select more than one document to include with my package for the merchant to sign once they complete the form. These can be reordered, and when they're reordered, you'll see the star here indicates the primary document at the top. This document will be used to drive the e-signature settings. Then you'll select a sender. This is who merchants will see that the documents or the emails about e-signature are coming from. And then you would complete the rest of the fields like you normally would when creating a web form. I'm going to cancel out of this, and let's walk through how to add one to an existing web form since you've probably already created some. I'm going to go down to my example form here and click Edit Web Form here in the top right. It looks very similar to the new web form without a few of the fields, and I would jump straight to that same e-signature application dropdown. You can see I already have an application selected, and I can select any other documents I want to add, and these will be generated once the form is submitted each time for this specific web form. And also I can select or edit the sender when editing the web form. And then you would just click update and it would save the settings. I'm going to cancel out of this as well. And let's talk about how the sending process works for the signers and how data is mapped accordingly. So if I jump back into the edit mode of my web form, we can go down to this email field, and you'll see a new checkbox on email fields in the settings for e-signature signer email. This will set that email field and whatever value is input by the merchant as the recipient to complete the e-signature process. I can also, once clicking the checkbox, select a signer contact name from one of my fields, which is any of the text fields here, in order to personalize the emails that get sent using email templates for the e-signature process, just like you would for e-signature in other parts of Iris CRM already. This checkbox needs to be enabled on at least one email field or on a email field for your e-signature for web forms to work. It'll throw an error and not allow you to save if none have this enabled. One cool thing, I'm going to go ahead and remove this, is that Iris CRM will automatically take care of setting the signer field if it's already mapped for your e-signature application. So this is driven by any applications you already have mapped. As you can see, that email field I just dragged into my application already has e-signature checked and is already mapped to the contact full name field because that's how it was already mapped within the PDF mappings, which most of you who are watching this, if you're an existing client, already have configured. So that's one less step that you need to take care of, and that signer will receive the e-signature documents. So what does that process look like for the merchant who's completing the form and signing the documents? As you can see, I've already completed my web form as the merchant Sally Seashells, and I'm going to go all the way down and agree to the terms and submit the form. Upon submitting the form, it'll generate a new lead record based on the settings you've configured for the web form with all of that data mapped into it. But what's even better is that Iris CRM is going to kind of provide double the benefit for your field mappings, because not only is the data mapped from your web form to your lead record, but your lead fields are also mapped to your e-signature documents through our PDF mapping tool. What that means is that you're providing a single point of data entry, so neither the merchant nor your users have to input the data more than once, which helps reduce any human errors and also reduces the work for everyone as part of this process, reducing the friction for your merchants and speeding up that time to boarding and the time to processing so that you can use that time that's saved to board even more merchants. And here you can see those fields that I did have mapped on the web form are populated here. I obviously don't have all of the e-signature document fields mapped in my web form, but you could, in theory, map all of these fields so it's completed for the merchant, and all they would have to do is finish signing. And again, that's just one point of data entry for the merchant and a faster experience overall. Once that's signed, the documents will be added to the lead record just like they normally would for e-signature within Iris CRM, and you'll be ready to board them to your processors. So there you have it. That's how you add e-signature capabilities to your web forms, whether new forms or existing. And we're looking forward to seeing your web form submitted with signature to speed up your boarding process. If you have any questions or run into any issues, please contact our support team by phone, chat, or email, support@iriscrm.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.